Going live. It says this hangout is on the air. Good morning, everybody. Len Mooney here. It is Lunch with Len, and it's June 25th. And we have, as everybody knows, as you all know, we have a really special guest today. We've got Adam Chandler on. And I'm just going to kick this off by saying, as we've all heard, we've talked about, success leaves clues. If you want success, find somebody who's got what you want, do what they do, follow them, and you're going to get what they got. And Adam is one of my leaders. I love this guy. He's got everything I want, and I tell you, I'm going for it too. So he gets to snowboard in the Rockies and go to jazz festivals and travel the world and drink good craft beer. And I just love this guy. So Adam.
Yeah.
Glad to have you today, buddy. And I know you've got a time limit here of a half hour, so we're gonna make sure that we get you out of here and on your way again. So welcome aboard, buddy.
Cool. Thank you so much, Len. Thank you for having me here. Super excited to be here on this Thursday afternoon. And you know, I love Lunch with Len. I love this little community that you have here. And yeah, happy to share some of my expertise.
Yeah, and before we kick off with your expertise, I want to also tell you, I know a lot of folks were on the webinar last night too, so a lot of people have some background here. But look, let's not pull any punches. Adam's launching a new product, and it's a pretty fantastic product. And as everybody knows, in Lunch with Len, we don't do a lot of selling here, but I do believe that when we have something important coming to the market that's worth taking a look at, that we got to be sure that everyone's at least exposed to the opportunity and has a chance. And that's what we're all about today. And before I just turn it over to you, Adam, I got one question for you.
Yeah.
In your advertising for the product, you've talked about having over 5,000, like approximately 5,800 leads.
Yeah.
To me, the word leads. What does a lead mean to you? How do you count leads? I find it very difficult to figure out how many leads I really get every day, and I do get leads, but
yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question for sure. And first of all, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Bob? What's up, Chris? What's up, Larry? Excited to be here with you guys today. Awesome. Yeah. So to me, a lead is just, you know, it's somebody who raises their hand. I mean, there are so many different kinds of leads. I mean, you could look at a lot of things as a lead. I mean, I could look at, you know, somebody who joins my Facebook fan page, and you know, I connect with them there. That could very well be a lead. I mean, that is, you know, it's really just a lead is someone that basically raises their hand and says, hey, I like what you've got going on, and I want more information, right? So you know, you know, the reason I like email leads so much is because, you know, it's really easy to follow up with them. You can really automate a lot of it. You know, and then build a database that you can market to over a large period of time. But I mean, I just really like, you know, the idea of an email lead, because it's basically somebody just raising their hand and saying, yes, you can market to me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people define leads as that, but I also find a lot of people seem to use the word when it is a like on a fan page, for example, or someone subscribes to your YouTube channel. And right. So do they count as leads too?
Well, I mean, technically, no. I don't think so. I don't really think so. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could look at as a lead. It's like, you know, I don't know, but yeah, technically no, because there's not really a lot of leverage unless they actually join your list, right?
Okay. Okay, so we really are looking for people to join our list.
Yep.
and that's what your product is all about.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's called List Leverage, and you know, the video series, the 4-part video series that I launched last week, you know, that really does do a really good job. I mean, it's 4 free videos. Video number 4 is the sales video, right? And you know, the first 3 videos are really, you know, I really kind of put things in perspective. I kind of share some stuff about how, you know, the strategies that I use to generate the leads, everything from like getting them to the site to, you know, capturing them and, you know, turning them into customers and team members. So the the 4-part video series is just jam packed with value, and it's only going to be around for another 3 or 4 days. Yeah, like 4 more days the video series will be around. So if you want to give them your link to the video series, then they can take a look at the free videos in the series. And if they like, if you if you guys like what you see in the video series, and you see the product is something that can help you, then get on board. But yeah, so that's what the course is all about, is lead generation. How I generated 5,811 leads and recruited 166 members into my business in 12 months without picking up the phone.
Yeah, I just put the link up there to the video series. lenmooney.com/list will take you to that series, and it really is a pretty powerful video series. I've watched them all.
Oh, cool.
I think I've watched video 3 a couple of times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that's predominantly solo ads, and I think.
Yeah, no, video 2 is where I really dive into the solo ads. Video 3 is where I talk about the capture page and maximizing conversions on your capture page.
Oh, okay. I got them mixed up.
Yep.
So I put a note up in the chat there too, that anyone who has any questions or wants to come over and interact directly with Adam is certainly welcome. We'll bring you out. So I haven't seen anybody taking me up on it. So anybody want to come over? Just let me know in the chat. So you just got.
I'm happy to do questions. I could, if you just want to, if you just want me to do some training on some stuff, I'd be happy to do that. You just let me know what, I'm all ears for the next 20 minutes. So
yeah, well, I'm trying to give the audience an opportunity to tell us what they would like to do. So,
cool.
So meanwhile, let's jump into the Colorado Mastermind. I've heard a lot about that. That must have been a pretty awesome experience.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, it was our first time ever doing the mastermind like that, like a high ticket, luxury mastermind. The house that we had was beautiful. We all, had a really great time, and was able to, the guests that we had, basically living with us in the house for the 3 days of the event. I mean, they just got a ton out of it, and yeah, it was really cool.
I don't think we have anybody here who was at the mastermind, do we?
I don't think so.
No, okay, that's too bad. And then I see you've also got with list leverage, you've got where's this park in near Denver that you're thinking of going to that has a swing into the canyon?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's actually, this is part of the the affiliate contest for the affiliate launch of the product that I've got going on. Is that it's called the Colorado Experience. So it's a little bit. So we're actually going to be going on a train ride through the Rocky Mountains. It's about a 5-hour train ride from Denver, and it takes you to Glenwood Springs, where they have hot springs and whitewater rafting, and yeah, a really cool swing that swings out over a 1,200-foot canyon. You're really into that kind of thing, huh, Len? You're like an adventure daredevil guy, right?
Well, I've often said I'll try anything once. I reserve the right not to have to do it twice, but I would certainly do it once.
Right.
Well, I don't see any. I'm not getting any response out of the audience. What do you guys want to hear out there today? What can we do for you? I suppose if we don't get any response, Adam, maybe you have a little training in mind that you can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I definitely do. I did a little thing for Mark Harbert's. Mark Harbert did a wake up call earlier today, and I did a little training for his group. So I mean, I've basically got that same exact thing ready to go.
Well, why don't we just jump in and go there then? Since I don't see anything.
I think that'll be the way to for me to add the most value in the short time that we have here. So there's a couple things that I want to point out with this. I've been doing online marketing, lead generation stuff for 7 years now. I came into this industry in June of 2008, so I've been I've been doing this, and I started generating leads from the very beginning. I mean, not very many in my first year, but you know, they were kind of trickling in here and there, right? In that time, I've seen a lot of strategies change, and I've seen, you know, marketing strategies for getting traffic and leads. I've seen them change and evolve, and some of them have gone away, and new ones have, you know, have popped up, right? And one thing that's really important to understand is that you can actually if you understand the principles and you understand some of the fundamentals that I'll be sharing with you here, you can actually really adapt, right? So you can have an experience where when something changes, you're not reliant on only one strategy, which is kind of dangerous if you think about something as important as your traffic and lead flow. And you're also not, you know, if something changes or if something goes away, you can quickly adapt and change your marketing to something else. So that's kind of the key that has allowed me to get full-time results in this industry for 6 years, is that I diversify my traffic and my lead generation. And when something changes, you know, I'm able to quickly adapt because I understand some of these principles. You with me so far?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So one of those things is message to market match. This is an important principle. I heard a very successful marketer one time. He said where a lot of marketers screw up is they focus entirely on the marketing message before they ever clearly define the market, right? So, and I think that's very true, especially in like online home-based business. You know, the message gets a little weird because, you know, you're talking to you got the MLSP, you know, crowd. They're kind of like a hybrid between like the network marketers and the internet marketers, right? And then you've got the internet marketers, and then you've got the network marketers who don't know anything about, you know, and those are all very different. So you may have heard the saying that marketing to everyone is marketing to no one, right? You've got to be able to kind of speak to the right person, because if you can identify that person and you know what kind of things motivate them, what kind of things drive them, what inspires them, what are some of their fears, you know, things like that, then, you know, you can speak a message more clearly to that person. Whereas if you're, you know, I have a student who she's been online for a couple of years, and she said that she after going through the module in my course where I talk about some of these important concepts, she actually said, she's like, I had no idea that there was a difference between internet marketers and network marketers. She's like, I thought it was all just one. Everybody was just marketing, and we just, you know, that was the audience that we were speaking to. That makes sense, right, Len? It's like it's like if your message is too broad and it's speaking to a very broad range of people, and you don't even and you can't really kind of speak to that person, to their specific wants and needs and desires and fears, right? Then it's going to be much more difficult than it has to be. So that was just kind of part one.
You know, that's a very powerful message, and I agree with you completely. And one of the things that I totally missed in the beginning when I got into this business is the idea of really understanding who your avatar is and defining. And to be honest with you, I still struggle with it. And part of the reason I struggle with it is because, and Bob just said it there a minute ago, my brain tells me I'm 21, but my body has a different opinion. And I really need to hone my message and really narrow in on the people that relate to me.
Yeah.
And it's not 21-year-olds.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Another thing that you want to do, you know, Len, that I'll just tell you, you know, let people into your world a little bit more. Let people. I mean, you've been doing a great job. I've noticed a huge improvement in your web presence and your branding, you know, online. You know, in the past, you know, this year specifically, I've noticed a big improvement in that area for you specifically. And if you know, let people in a little bit more on the things that you're into, and be completely transparent about some of your own challenges and stuff that you've experienced and what you experienced when you first came online and all that. And don't be afraid to to share like the good, the bad, and the ugly, because then people will really connect with it and they'll really relate and they'll be like, wow, this guy, this is my guy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool, good advice.
Yeah.
Hey, I brought Chris over because she's got a question.
Sure.
Are you muted, Chris?
Now I'm not.
Okay.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I can't take my picture off for some reason on Len's webinar. It won't allow me to turn my camera. The camera is on, but it won't take it off my picture. But that's neither here nor there. I went through your last Dream Year challenge.
Okay.
And you were so fantastic in mindset. I just loved listening to you about mindset.
Thank you.
At what point in your business did you determine that mindset was so important?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Chris. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for saying that. I love teaching on the topic of the entrepreneur mindset and success mindset. I would probably do more of it if more people would pay attention to it, because a lot of people, it's like you do a webinar on generating 1 million leads, and people are all over it, but you do a training on mindset, and you get like 5 people who show up. But the answer to your question, it was really in the very beginning. I mean, one thing that I've done very, very well in this business is, like, I've always been very good about listening to the mentors, listening to the people that have done it before and that have been more successful than me, and just when they tell me to do something, I don't question it, I don't second guess it, I just do it because I think it makes complete sense, because they have what I want, right? So from the very beginning, the leaders were telling me from day one that I came into my business that you have to work harder on yourself than you do on your business. You've got to personal development has to be a top priority, and that's what they told me to do, and that's what I did. So I really embraced the personal development aspect and the mindset aspect from the very beginning, definitely.
And I'm 5-6 months in, but going through the mindset with you on Dream Year, I realized how important it was.
Yeah.
So I've been building on it since then.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've got some book recommendations if you'd like.
Love it, love it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some great ones right here. Let's see. Give me one sec. There's one. All right, these are some good ones. Okay, so you got Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins, right? That's one of the first like big personal development books I read. It's like probably the biggest book I've ever read too. You can actually get, if you get the Audible, like the audio like app for your phone, Audible, you can get a 90-minute audio of this book. So if you don't want to go through reading the entire like 500 pages of this book, the 90-minute audio is really good as well. And then you've got this book by my buddy Jeffrey Combs, Money is My Friend, for improving your relationship with money, right? We all need that, right? And then the Motivation Manifesto, which is a little newer, from Brandon Burchard. You may have heard of that one. So that's a couple recommendations for you.
Yeah, in fact, I think almost everybody in this group has read the Motivation Manifesto. We did a weekly work session on that book
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah. We had a weekly meeting every Thursday.
That's
Uh,
great.
and we talked about a different chapter of the book every week.
Oh.
So that was a really great experience. So okay, I'm watching the clock, and I know we got about 7 minutes, and I want to get you out of here. So if there's any, I mean, if there's any last things you want to tell people about your course, I can tell them personally. I've looked at all the videos. If you haven't seen the video series, you got to go out and watch it. It's an incredible series of videos. There's just a ton of value in the videos themselves. And is there anything else you want to tell people about it, Adam?
No. I would just say, make sure and watch the video series this weekend, right?
Right.
Because after this weekend, the video series is going to be gone, and the course is gonna close, right? So it actually closes Monday night. But so watch the video series, and if you like the video series, video 4 will kind of give you all the details about the course itself. But I'm telling you, the video series, just like Len said, is just filled with stuff that can. I mean, I've had people. I mean, there's really something in there for everybody. For people that are really brand new, all the way up to people that are more advanced. I mean, Justice, my partner Justice there. He called me after he watched video 2, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you can do that with solo ads." He's like, "I can't believe how easy it is to do solo ads after the video 2." So in video 2, I share a case study about how Lisa Thompson generated 275 leads for her business by using within just a few days of learning this strategy, and I share the exact strategy in video 2 of the series. So I mean, regardless of whether you get the course or not, the video series will make you a better marketer, guaranteed. Would you agree with that, Len? Absolutely.
It is a great video series, and there's a ton of value in it. And in fact, I've actually used solo ads in the past, but you got me all sparked and going again. And I've got a solo ad that's set to run tomorrow.
Awesome, man. That's great.
It's with Udemy, and it's actually with a provider that we'd used in the past. Yep. And I'm going to test it. It's a 100-click test. I'm going to test it. It's to the Justice Fired His Boss capture page.
Perfect. Just like in the training. That's awesome.
Yeah, I set it up several days ago, right after I watched your video. So I'll report back next week on how well that went.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what else is really powerful too? It's like it's doing something like Udemy and generating leads like that. You can generate. Let's say your ad goes out, 100 clicks goes out, and it's delivered in one day, right? Then you have a story about how you generated 40 leads in one day, right? Because the capture page, that particular capture page, well, for when Lisa did it, she said it converted leads at about 40%. Right. So you get 40 leads in one day. And then you go and you create some content about how I generated 40 leads in one single day, right? And we call that the perpetual results formula. It's like you take an action, you learn something, you take an action, you get a result, and then you go kind of shout from the rooftops, right? And via social media, via your email list, via blog content, and you say, hey, check out what I just did. If you want to learn how to do this, right? Like if you want to learn how to do this too, I've got this great online lead generation system that can show you how to do it, right? Or if you want to learn how I did this, opt in here and get your hands on this guy's awesome training series. It's like everything just builds on everything else. You see what I mean? Like, and the case in point, like the how I generated 5,811 leads and recruited 166 new members into my business. That's all I'm doing there. It's like that's what I've been doing for years. I get a result, and then I create training on how I got that result. That's it.
Okay. Well, I see I see a new training for me next week.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
If this page converts at 40%, I'll have 40 new leads by Monday.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Right.
The ad, the solo ad goes tomorrow. It's scheduled for tomorrow, so
Let me know how that goes.
really excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go. So, okay, well, look, I want to get you out of here on schedule, and so I'm going to tell everybody I am going to redirect the attendees to the page that has the videos on it. It's the same page that I put up in the chat a little bit ago.
You can put it back. You can put it up in the chat one more time too before. Might as well.
The problem is sometimes I can't talk and type at the same time, so you never know. If I'm putting it in the chat while I'm talking, you never know where they're going to end up going. And
that's cool. I can talk for another minute while you do that if you need.
lenmooney.com / it's list. I got to be careful because I have one that's / leads, and that goes somewhere else.
Right.
/ list. That's the one that'll take you to the video series that Adam has up. And I would encourage everyone, if you haven't seen the videos, go watch them. They really are very, very well done, and you'll get a lot of content out of the videos. And then, if anyone's interested in the course, talk to me. I've got some specials that I can offer you too, and work with you to help you. If you decide to buy the course, you can go through me. Of course, you know Justice is out there, and other people are out there too, but.
Len, don't. This is your audience. Don't even. What are you doing?
I know, but the reality is the reality. But I have some really special deals that I can work with you. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll talk about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit the redirect unless anybody has any questions, and get Adam out of here on time. So, Adam, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, Len. Don't ever mention again that there are other people that they could buy the course from. Don't do that ever again. Okay.
Okay. I'll take your advice. I'll take your advice.
Yeah.
Good advice. Good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. On Tuesday, we're going to have Chris and Larry telling us about their experience in Las Vegas. Well, maybe she's not going to tell us about all of her experience in Las Vegas. I don't know. And next Thursday, we have another special guest coming on. I'll tell you about that on Tuesday. So that's it. Going one. Thanks, everybody. Going twice. Take care, buddy. We'll see you.
Thanks, Len. See you guys.
Here goes the redirect. Bye for now. I think they're gone. They're dropping off.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Len. Seriously, don't. I
No,
mean,
you're right, buddy. You're right.
Come on. Like, they're even though that is the reality, and a lot of these people, probably are on those lists. I mean, you don't need to say it.
Yep.
That's not the first time he's done that either.
Yeah. Chris.
Chris, next time I see you, you take me out behind the barn and whip.
Right. Yeah, Len, you gotta understand. I mean, you're providing value to these people through this. I mean, this is your audience. I mean, you gotta own your own value. You gotta own the value that you bring to the table. These people would be lucky to buy this from you, right?
Did you know, Adam, that